Fresh back from the Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. Super Bowl's done. If you guys didn't know, we dropped a podcast for you guys because we know the Super Bowl is going to be whack.
It's always trash, huh? Super Bowls ain't never fun. All sports is really disappointing me. Year by year, it disappoints me more and more and more. NBA Finals, just baseball actually has been doing its thing. People have been really excited about baseball, but man, when it comes to football and the NBA, NFL and NBA,
I don't like seeing that. I just like to see people race.
What do you mean?
Like sprinting. Yeah, that's always fun.
Like track and field?
Track and field racing. 100 meter, 200 meters, that's it. I'm done with that. That's fun to watch.
I just don't get excited by sports anymore. I don't know. The politics behind it is kind of wild. It is what it is. What you got today? What you got for us today?
Man, we're all in this doing this thing. Well, no, maybe not all of us, but a lot of folks are in this for business, right? To make money, feed the family, all that stuff.
Uh-huh.
But I want to talk a little bit entrepreneurship.
Okay.
Running your own business, entrepreneurship, leadership. Are they the same thing?
Some of y'all need to hear this one.
Oh man.
Yeah. Good. Yeah. Okay. Let's get deep into this one because we can really sink our teeth into this one. Yeah. And, this is something we both got a lot of experience in.
Yeah. Not only that, this is something more so I'm passionate about because the effect that it had on me. Man, some of the worst times in my life when I was in a leadership role.
Yeah.
That stuff, it ain't fun.
It's not fun. It's not fun being the boss.
No.
That's something that no one talks about it enough.
It was a lot more downside than up.
Oh, hell yes.
I mean, yeah, the money's cool, but you forget about that real quick.
Yeah. Yeah.
You like I could do away with some things if you could have this money back. This ain't
worth it. Yeah. Yeah.
Man, and I always say this, man. I'm sure some of you guys could feel me, like, and I always say it too. It was, it's bad is when you have going on vacation, the weekend's coming up, you got a day off. You're not even I can't even enjoy having a day off because I'm already thinking.
Not even a minute of it.
I'm already thinking I gotta be back in 3 days. Mm-hmm. Oh man!
What am I gonna have to fix that's fucked up when I get back from vacation? You're immediately going into that mode.
That's
when your time is off. It is no time off. Yeah. And from the entrepreneur side, we were having the discussion the other day. We were working on a vehicle. I said, man, you remember when we would have to go back to the office and you got all these emails, you got all this catch up to do, especially if you have, say your home office or something is on the East Coast. Right. When you get to work on Monday, you got 20, 30, 40 emails that you got to start. It's like, how am I supposed to do my operations if I'm just responding to these emails every day? So as somebody who creates the business and operates the business at the same time, you're able to make adjustments and do things based off of what works best for you, or just not have things at all that I don't have to deal with. So those are immediately eliminated, or any of the issues are kind of nipped in the bud. So you don't need that recovery resources. You're going into, okay, now we're using those resources somewhere else to make money, not to backtrack.
The best way to handle something is not to have it.
Exactly. We watched a video the other day, and the person was saying, oh, I'm getting things in order. They're talking about their business and they're getting things in order. They're like, I got somebody dedicated just to get all the mistakes and the discrepancies taken care of.
You created a discrepancy pile.
So you pretty much just created a whole resource dedicated
to fuck ups.
To fixing the fuck ups instead of fixing the fuck ups from the get-go so they don't happen, so they don't occur. There's always going to be things that happen. There's inevitables and there's things that you just can't control.
Right.
But you minimize. I learned this in restaurants when I was real young. You minimize mistakes. You minimize mistakes and you keep the engine moving. You minimize mistakes, now you're backtracking. Now you're having to go fix things. And in restaurants, if you mess up on an order, it's a chain reaction. You're not just messing up on one order. You're messing up on now all the orders behind it.
Everything in operations. Because I came from running assembly lines. Everything is an assembly line. It may not
look like it.
Yeah, it's an assembly line. Yeah. Everything has its place. Everything has its job. Everything has what it's intended for.
Everything's connected.
Yes. Yeah. So if something's out the loop, it's gonna throw things off.
Yeah. So where do you think the entrepreneurship and the operations part, where do you think that kind of lies with our industry and what we're seeing from like the detailers, the individuals, whether they're starting a business, trying to scale, maybe they're a small operation. I see very few people with a business model that's just working for them.
Well, let's get into, I think, my opinion of the misconceptions about entrepreneurship. And running yours. I hear a lot of times like, oh, you get to create your own schedule. There's no one telling you what to do. You can create your own. So back on creating your own schedule.
They want to be the boss.
Yes, they want to be the boss. They don't want no one to tell them to take a break.
And most of the times, I'll let you get back, but most of the times, those people have never been in a position like that.
Yes.
So what's the immediate mindset of, okay, now I'm a leader? What is the immediate mindset to somebody who hasn't been in a leadership role or an operations director role? Or any kind of supervisory role, where you're running a team. What is their first immediate kind of like, okay, now my role is to do what? Like, what do you think? How do you think the progression is from their eyes, from somebody who hasn't had any leadership experience?
Okay.
Like, what do I do now as the owner operator?
Okay. Two parts that I've seen in my experience. Number one is, you try to do whatever function as an extra hand. Like, okay, I want my people to see me working. So, but in all actuality, like that's not your job anymore. Yeah. Your job isn't to be laboring.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So people try to make up for it with elbow grease.
Yeah.
Number two is, I just got to see, like nothing in place. Like no orders, operations in place. Am I explaining that right?
Yeah, but I don't think people will. Okay. Well, I know what you're saying.
Elaborate for me because I have a hard time breaking that down.
So from what I'm trying to understand. So from what I'm picking up on what you're saying is instead of managing the resources and setting expectation and standards and culture, they're trying to step in and fill where all this stuff is kind of lacking at any given time.
Yeah.
Because that's kind of from an operations standpoint and from corporate America, which has a lot of good processes and systems in place for those type of situations. I see that as more of now you're in panic mode if you're doing all of that. Now you're running around not being able to sit back and say, okay, I'm just going to watch my people. Everything has to be so damn, like the machine has to be so well oiled. And it doesn't matter what company you're working for. I've seen some of the companies with the most structure and the most systems and SOPs and you got 4 managers on the floor at a time and this and that and just everything you could think of. Everything compliant to the max, but the people are wrong.
Culture.
You know what I mean? They got the wrong type of people working there. Or the leadership is too by the book. Because there always needs to be that, hey, and rules are set into place, SOPs are set into place. Those are think of somebody who's illiterate to workplace, period. SOPs are put into place for that reason. Hey, you come in, this got to get done, then this got to get it. It has to have some sort of order. But I think as an entrepreneur and as somebody who works through, if you're good enough, which is very few out there that I've seen, when you hit a point where it's like, those no longer apply to us, playa.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We've already, we're past this. We're past the SO. Like we already know our whole team. Like what I said, like the Golden State Warriors, when they had their nice run, they're not running plays. The coaches go have fun, go play basketball.
Yeah, them
play basketball.
Them boys are working off instinct.
Yeah, and remember I connected it to. I said that's what KCX is doing right now.
Oh yeah,
KCX is at the point where they're like, you know what? We already see how we know all the analytics from the markets, and we know what does what. But you know what? We don't got to do any. Let's play our own game. Let's do this our own way. Let's put the trust in our people, because I have the people that can hold it down properly without worry, and I have the confidence in them. And I think that's a big part of
a very good play. When you're in that place,
yeah.
You talk about a growth at a just
everybody's development, because you're around people that are just and people try. I see people trying to do it. They're like, oh, let's do this. It's like, ooh, you're not ready for that, or that's a mistake waiting to happen right there.
You ain't got that shit fixed over there, partner.
Yeah, you're trying to do this over here. Like no. But again, everything's connected. So if you have something that's lacking over here, or there's an opportunity that hasn't been taken care of, or discrepancies that are not nipped in the bud, so they're no longer reoccurring. It's always the reoccurring shit. It's always the reoccurring and the habitual stuff that ends up hurting the businesses, because they never that one employee that keeps coming in late, that keeps causing problems, that keeps having to say, how much time, labor, energy, and resources are you putting towards that?
20% of your problems take up 80% of your time.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Something like that.
Yeah, there's a lot of those statistics, but a lot of that stuff is really true. It's how much time are you wasting on the dumb shit in your business? So I see people, they think the immediate response is to either outwork the problem, which more than likely is not going to solve the issue.
It's the safest way.
Yes. Yeah. They want to outwork the problem, or which sometimes you can if you're productive enough to be like, hey man, we'll pick that up on the back end and we'll still make money. That ain't going to be a problem. But there's very few that can do that. And then also I see people trying to onboard more people, thinking that's going to be the solution so they have more time to do stuff. But what happens is now you never, the human factor is never brought into the equation when people hire.
Onboarding is rough.
Like anybody on here that has ever managed more than 10, 15, 20, 50, I've managed over 100 people at one time. It's not, we're not even talking about work-related problems. We're talking about the individual issues that go on in the workplace from personnel that will disrupt business, period.
Oh, Lord.
It's like when I hear people talking about scaling, I cringe. I'm like, you ain't enough. Like, I understand you have enough, just because you have enough business to scale doesn't mean you should scale. Like, scaling is not always the problem solver. And scaling should not always be the goal. Because all these cats that we talk to, the happiest ones that have the most money and the most time and the most freedom are the ones that went full circle. They got big, and they said, oh, no, this ain't it. And they had enough time to control it, narrow it down, maximize the profits, see that margin increase, and stay there.
That is something that is very hard because a lot of people, they do experience that, but they gradually, slowly go back to it. You're thinking like, okay, it's going to be different this time. This time it's going.
That's how you're
doing it again, man.
And we try to tell people in the nicest way, because the reason we preach it is because our elders and our mentors told us, or we've seen them in that position where they're just like, man, this is this is not what I signed up for. This is not what I signed up for. I want to, but again, those dollar signs start to blind people, but also the positioning that you put yourself in to where you have to do that.
Yeah, you panic like
you know what I mean. Like you got outstanding debts. Guess what? Yo, we gotta make our offerings more. We gotta advertise more because we need to sell more. We gotta keep the machine going. That's why I tell people, yo, start at a small scale first. Get that small scale dialed in. And when I mean dialed in, I mean dialed in. Like get an expert in there to evaluate you. Look at what you're doing. When we go to guys and they think everything is kosher. Oh man, everything's great. I got everything. We go there. We got about 5, 6, 7 opportunities we just spotted in the first 15 minutes that need to be fixed now, because as soon as you bring someone in, add another unit, whatever, make yourself mobile again, or open that shop or whatever, you're gonna have issues with this. And it's going to cause a lot of headache and a lot of problems. Oh man, I didn't even think about that. Oh, I didn't. There's so many different ways to solve these solutions. I was having a discussion with someone the other day, and they're like, "Well, how do you come up with these solutions?" I'm like, "There's no book for this stuff. Until you've been in a position where your job is to do nothing but fix and find solutions, then you're in a place where you're able to identify them prior to them even becoming a problem."
Keep asking the whys.
Yes.
You come to a point in the business where you would want to.
How is this decision going to affect this in every aspect of the business? Mm-hmm. So I think I think as operators, we need to slow our roll, because we've seen a lot of guys grow really fast and do a lot of things, and they don't have things in place. Whoa. And it could come crashing down, or there's a lot of guys out there nervous about, hey man, I gotta, like Randy always says, hey man, have one slow, like when COVID almost put a bunch of dudes out. It did put a bunch of dudes out. Mm-hmm. Let something like that happen again. And what kind of position are you in to be able to hold that down? Can you even hold it? Can you leverage that?
I welcome it. No, I don't. but you know what I mean.
Yeah. But we're good. But we're good. We've made the right decisions with everything. And I would rather do it slow and the right way just for longevity. And just I don't want to put any extra stress on us. That's not why we're doing this. And I see guys doing that all the time. They put more, I want to be my own boss. I want to create my own hours. I want to do, but you ain't doing any of that shit.
A lot of times when people ask, like, hey, what can I do to be better? They're going to start their business or whatever. Yeah. And I say, what do you do for your work now? Oh, I do this. I was like, is that a leadership position? No. I was like, well, that's what I tell them. Like, get your feet wet.
Yeah.
Like, try and go for that leadership position. Not no chicken shit. I'm talking about like you're the man. You're running shit. You're hiring and firing dudes. Because then you'll be exposed to a lot of the operations. But you're for sure you're going to be exposed to people.
Yeah.
People alone.
And operations is not just if you. Okay, say you're a technician. I'm just going to give an example. Say you're from a mobile detailer. You're a mobile detailer. You've been mobile detailing for 10 years even. Let's say that's a good amount of time. 10 years. Just because you've been mobile detailing for 10 years does not make you an operations expert in mobile detailing.
That's going to be hard for some people.
Yes.
Because they've been doing it.
I've been doing it this way. I've never had any problems. Yeah. Okay.
But you guys that are doing it, keep doing your thing.
Yeah.
Make it 20, make it 30.
Yeah. And I bet all the guys that have scaled and that have done it the right way, Archer talked about it, where Archer was like, okay, I'm scaling, I'm growing this because this is where I thought I was going to make the most money, but you got to pay attention to that margin. Yeah, the margin is all that fucking matters in business. Your margin is all that matters. I don't know why people don't get this. They think scaling, like, so we had a comment the other day where someone's like, oh, no wonder you guys still haven't scaled. I'm like, if you're talking to me about scaling right now and you don't have your shit in order, like that's the easiest way for you to just jump off the end of the cliff and just destroy your business.
Ain't no one worry about scaling.
I'm worried about profit margin.
Yes.
Profit margin is where you need to be most concern. You sometimes have to scale to realize that that margin is actually decreasing. Some people don't want to listen. Well, I'll do it different. Again, that fucking ego. Well, I'll do it different. I'm not like you. I know what I'm doing. Okay, cool. That's cool.
Also with margins in there is, I don't know, we haven't figured out, or maybe we have as far as a metric, but what goes into the margins is mental clarity. Like
you have to factor in that. You have to factor in that.
Have you figured out how to put a number on? I'm sure we can figure out something, but that's
like a metric. Yeah, there's
the what do you call it? Your living wage, your something.
Your quality of life.
Quality of life. That's what it is.
Yeah.
That has to be factored in to your margin.
Yeah, well, in all the experienced dudes that are the happiest, they put that first because they've had the money. You know, we've worked in industries where we had the money. You know, we're looking to do different things right now with details, but as far as quality of life, I don't think it gets much better than what we have now. Time, I don't think it gets much better than what we have now. Could we be making more money? Yeah, you can always make more money. But I would rather take the time to figure out how to do that the right way so the money keeps coming. So it's not something I either get burned out over, I have more issues on a day-to-day over, it's not going to take up more of my time. Like we're talking optimization within the growth of the business, which is, to a lot of people, they're like, well, why are you doing it all that way? You're overthinking stuff. It's like, I'm not overthinking stuff. We're making true calculated decisions for longevity in whatever industry that we're in. And right now it's detailing. I want to make sure that we're happy doing what we're doing. Because as soon as you're unhappy, tired, burnt out, I hear some of these guys, hey man, we worked 15 days. We're doing 8 cars a day, this and that. And I had 3 surgeries. I got carpal tunnel. It's like, yo, for what? For what? For what? Oh, I want to have a fleet. I want to do this. I want to do that.
None of that.
I'm like, you're doing all of that just to create more headaches for your future, but they don't know that.
Yeah.
And it's almost like I want to tell them, hey, brother, like really is, because to be honest, most people don't got it in them to be able to be that leader. You just don't have it. It's not for everybody. Mm-hmm. Out of thousands of people I've hired, thousands, and I've trained, mentored, developed, promoted, all of that. You know how many people that if I had to say we're top leaders, like elite, like I hold it down, probably hand. About 5.
Yeah, one hand.
Probably about 5. Mm-hmm. That's how many that I have faith in, just that I've worked with, where I'm like, yo, I promoted a lot of people. I've given a lot of people opportunities. I hear a lot of, I'll do whatever. You know, you on that interview, I'll work whenever you want. I'll do whatever you need. It's all the fucking same. They all say that. Then guess what? 2 weeks later, oh man, I had my car broke down. Oh my girl's pregnant. I got to take my kid to school. Whatever. There's all these excuses, all these things that come up.
You weren't saying all that shit in the interview.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You didn't tell me.
I got to the point in interviews when I said, I hear, you know how many times I've heard this? Let me guess. You'll work whatever hours you got to work. Let me guess. You'll be here every day. Let me guess. You'll do whatever. Let me guess. You're a quick learner. Mm-hmm. It's all the same shit. It's all the same stuff. And I recognize those in leaders too, because I've had to hire supervisors, location managers, general managers, and it's the same thing. It's people.
You know what always worked for me, and I was able to climb the ladder pretty quick, was doing the job of somebody else that no one asked me to do within my realm, and they're just like, well, who took care of this?
Yeah.
Who's doing this? Oh.
Yeah.
Like doing something.
There's certain characteristics that you'll find.
And if you know operations, are
taking initiative is definitely a strong characteristic to have. When I see somebody taking initiative, I already know, okay, first of all, this person has drive in them. They're not just doing bare minimum.
They're identifying a problem,
Yes.
and they're coming with a solution.
Yes.
That's what, you know what I mean?
And it's a way of thinking for a lot of people. And some people, you try to teach that, you try to teach it, and it's like punching a brick wall. It's not doing anything. It's not resonating. It's not.
Well, with leadership, man, I hear a lot of people saying, like, I don't want no one to tell me to do, but I think to be a good leader, you got to be a good follower.
You got to be great. You have to be great.
You know what I'm saying? You got to be a soldier.
You got to be the best player on the team.
Yeah.
To be the leader.
Yeah.
And when you're telling me, oh, well, I don't got to come in because, I'm the boss. I could come in late. I could do this. I could do that. It's like, so you're telling me you want to be the boss so you could cut every fucking corner that there is. Because trust me, that's not what a boss is. That's not what a leader is.
You better be there earlier.
That's not.
You better be there later.
In every industry that I've worked in, operations director, retail, restaurant, medical, detailing, all of it. Like nobody says, oh yeah, I want to be the boss, because you go in for an interview to be a general manager. Say, oh, why do you want to lead this team? So I can show up late, so I can work so I can make the schedule and work whenever I want. That's so stupid. Those are the most surface level things I've ever heard anyone say about, oh, I want to be my own boss so I can make my own schedule. So none of you guys are going to do it anyway, because you don't have the resource management skills to do it.
If anything, you're more tied to a schedule.
Oh yeah, I see these guys working like crazy. Yeah, because guess what? As soon as one of your employees don't show up, you're doing the job.
It seems like you need someone to tell you.
Yeah, some of you need a manager.
Because if you had a boss, your boss wouldn't be working.
Yeah, your ass would be fired. That's what that, and it takes a lot of self-assessment. And the only reason I speak so strongly about this is because I've had it given to me. I've had it like no nonsense, like, yo, Joel, like your shit is you're everywhere, bro. Like you're everywhere. All your shit's falling apart around you. And the problem is not everything else around you. It's you. You need to take a look and say, hey, what can I do to fix this? Or what am I doing to cause all of this? Because everybody's going to always say, well, there's always going to be blame. And when I see a leader blaming, I immediately know you ain't cut out to be it.
And that's why we don't fuck with politics.
Yeah. If you're making excuses as a leader of why things can't get done, to me, that's just poor leadership.
Okay, so
you never want to hear excuses.
That's excuses, problems. If you're making an excuse or you're identifying a problem, I think they're two different things.
Yes.
Two different things.
Yeah, so we're not talking about, okay, this happened or whatever. We're talking about the excuses.
Yeah.
The excuse. If you're making excuses, there's people that we talk to and they want the solution for something, an issue they're having. And we learn to find out through consulting enough or spending enough time with them that that's not the root cause of the problem. So we ask questions around that problem to kind of identify the environment, the space, the situations, the terms into which these incidences keep occurring. So there's usually some sort of pattern or something that's happening. It's like, okay, maybe it's pinpointed to a single person. Maybe it's pinpointed to the time of day. Maybe it's, I don't know, maybe a machine they're using. There's a lot of different factors that can be involved. A lot of people don't want to make that change to fix the problem, whatever it is, because it takes more work. Because it takes more work. It's always easier to sweep things under the rug. I'll get to it later. I'll fix it later. Somebody who's really about it realizes and knows from the get-go that this problem is going to continue until it's fixed.
What happens is they just move the problem.
Yeah.
They never fix the problem. They identify the problem. Step one.
Yeah.
But they never fix it. They just keep them. That happens with the corporate world, right? They never fix it. They just move the problem to someone else.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like a bad landlord. One of the businesses I operated, it was an older building, older brick building. There was, every time there was a certain type of storm or something, maybe we would experience a leak or things would happen, one of the locks breaks or something. And the landlord would just kind of patch it up. And then it's like, you got to do more work, like all this patching up, all the resources that are draining from me. I got to get on the phone, put in a work order, call your office, set up the appointment. Then when you come get down here, I got to show you what's going on. Then a week later, when it doesn't work, I got to do the whole thing over again.
Hey, man, that's a perfect example I think people jump into because they think the landlord, all they do is collect money.
Yeah.
You want to be the boss. That's what the landlord.
Yeah, that's your job. That's your job now.
Yes.
Like the problem solving.
Your tenants are your employees.
Yes. The problem solving and all the issues, maintenance, personnel issues, that is your job. That is your job. So if you're saying, oh, I'm an entrepreneur, or I'm a boss, this and that, and your people have problems and you're pushing that off, and you're like, no, I don't want to deal with that. No, your job is to deal with that. That's exactly what your job is. One of my old supervisors, they were like the national director. In my position as an operations director for one of the centers was, they said, look, here's your contract. This is how much you're going to be making annually, this and that, blah, blah, blah. And I'm looking at it. I said, okay, this is my pay. Okay, cool. I got it. But one factor that you never really put into, and now I always do for any decision that I make, is you never account for conflict resolution that comes with that. So what came with that salary, yeah, the day-to-day operational work wasn't bad at all.
It's when you got
the conflict resolution.
That's all after time.
Yes.
Before or after you clock in.
Conflict resolution is it's an efficiency killer. It's a resource drainer. It's a headache. In the corporate that's
world.
what you get paid for as a leader and as somebody, because your job is to, no matter what's going on, you keep that machine going.
Yeah.
And you keep it going nice.
Keep it going.
With good customer service.
Keep it going. But at the same time, you got to deal with all the dumb shit.
Yeah.
Don't bring that dumb shit over here.
And you got to be a swan. Meaning, in the back of the house, you could be you ever see a swan? A swan looks all nice at the surface, just chilling. But underneath, it's paddling its ass off. So you're going to be in those situations where you got to be cool, calm, and collective, and shit's going crazy in the background, or, whatever. You may have some employee stuff going on, and there's things where I see people and I'm like, man, you really letting this shit go? And I'm not even talking, from any kind of consulting perspective. I'm talking about, I may go have lunch somewhere. I'm like, man, they really letting this slide? Okay, I see what type of business you're running here. Mm-hmm. And all that's doing is making your job harder. That's fucking up the culture of this place. And you don't even know it. Mm-hmm. You won't know it until it's too late.
Mm-hmm. Man. Hey, so with leadership, entrepreneur, there's people argue this all the time, but can leadership be learned? Is that or something you're born with? I think it could be. It's both.
I think it's both. I think it's both
because it's a skill.
Yes,
you can always learn a skill. Yeah. You know what I mean? So
some people are just better at leadership, but I think people can be groomed into leadership and mentored into leadership also. Yeah. And there's some people that just don't want to deal with it. Some people don't like conflict or confrontation, so they don't. Some people don't like public speaking.
Yeah,
I've never had a problem with public speaking. I've never had a problem bringing up any type of topic. Like, I know people that have issues all the time with stuff that, hey, man, can we talk for a second? Mm-hmm. Some entrepreneurs out there are not comfortable taking money. Like that, you don't think about stuff like that, but when you first start working, there's an exchange of currency. Some people are like, man, I feel weird asking for money. So you better get over that real quick.
Yeah, you better.
Because that's the main purpose of a business. They're like, oh, well, I don't want to, this client hasn't paid yet. I don't want to bug them yet. Ain't no bugging. You got an operation to
You
run.
did something already.
Part of your operation or tallying your daily sales. How are you calibrating your sales?
I did my part of the job.
Yeah.
The
Yeah, you
second
got
part
to
of my job
calculate
is going
daily.
with this buddy.
I need to know my daily intake, my daily expenses. I need to know my labor. I need to know how many hours were worked. I need to know all of that stuff. How much product we use. That's how you operate a business. So if you're behind on your accounts receivable, again, that's the oh, I don't want the confrontation. Yo, conflict resolution is your job. That's your job as the boss, as the leader. Your job as the boss and the leader is not to be able to show up late to make your schedule. Like you're telling me you want to be a boss because you don't want anybody to tell you what your schedule is. You know who's telling you what your schedule is? Your clients.
Clients.
Yeah, your clients that's your boss. That's who's paying the bills.
That's your employee.
Yeah.
Or,
so
however you want to look at it.
Yep.
Someone's telling you what to do.
Yeah, there's and for us, you could take this with a grain of salt. Some of you need this, some of you don't. But we got over 40 years of experience in leadership positions with thousands of employees. So, and we've seen it all. So throw an excuse at us, throw something. I've heard it all. I've heard people say, well, I can do it, or I've done it with this and that. It's like, yes, you can. It's not impossible, but your shit got to be on point. And there's people we know, as soon as we start talking to them, like, that motherfucker got his shit together. He got his, and I think that's why a lot of people, I know like with Archer, he's very, a lot of people are kind of like, oh, well, I don't know. He's kind of like they use some words that, I don't want to say it because I don't want to put titles on anybody, but people are like, oh, well, I don't know. That doesn't seem right. He can't make that much money doing this. I'm like, yeah, he can, because he's that fucking good. You just can't comprehend how good he is. He's when I hear that kid talk, because he's talking shit that he's talking problem solving before the problem has even occurred.
Yeah.
And it's like most of you have not even gotten to that level where you have seen that problem.
Yeah, that's a bad That's a bad boy.
Like when I'm hiring somebody and when I'm looking like, from previous jobs, or when we get to a point where we have to hire, I want motherfuckers like that on the team. And with the work that we do now, the people we're associating with, those are the because it's all trust. Like, I want opinions from motherfuckers that I know that are doing the shit.
And you know what else too? Like, I want that guy on my team, or I'll be on your team. What you need? What you need me to do?
What do you need? I'm right here.
Yeah.
I'm right here. I want to work under someone like that.
Yeah.
That's how it is. And I think that's what we've always kind of shot for. And I think that's what attracts the people that we've attracted to ourselves and our business and our brand, is those guys they're doing it the right way. Those guys I know I can count on. Those guys they're organized.
Problem solving folks. Like, I get that vibe. Met him one time is Matt Mormon, OG.
Oh yeah.
That's the dude
he ain't fucking around.
And then that happened to him. He said, I
hope you're going to TRCMA, Matt, because we want to spend some time with you, brother.
Yeah, that's hearing he was on the fence.
Yeah, I know. He's not trying to travel no more, which I understand. We almost hit that wall too, man. But we didn't think we were going to travel at all this year. Now it's like, speaking of travel, we got in
ATL,
Shawty, for the KCX
18th, 19th,
for the stage
17th,
2,
18th, 19th, 20th, something like that.
Yeah. So if you guys have already passed phase 1 for the KCX training, go check out phase 2. We'll link that in the description. And then from there, we have another one that's tentative, then TRCMA. So we got a lot of travel in the next 3 months. But we would love to see you, Matt. Pick your brain and just have some conversation, man. We like you. We like your style. We like everything you're doing. But people like that, and we're not talking, the brands that they like or their YouTube channel. We're talking about the way their minds work. We're talking the way that they operate, the way that they do things.
I'm just attracted to leadership, man.
Yeah.
I see good leadership, I'm listening.
Yeah.
That's, you know what I mean? Like, okay, that's the man I want to follow. Right?
Yeah, and it's very apparent. Yeah. It's very apparent. And you can see who's, like people say, real recognize real. I know the ones that got it, and I know if you come up to me and you're talking about some whack shit, something that has no bearing on the improvement of your business, and you're looking to improve your business, like here's a big indicator for me where I can kind of see where a lot of people's business is at. When I start talking to them, they're asking questions, and I'm giving a response or giving maybe recommendations or something, or just trying to get more. Then they immediately go into, oh, well, I work on these cars. I did this car last week, and I did it. It's like, okay, now you're more concerned with the type of vehicle you're trying to brag to me about the type of cars that you're working on, and trying to justify that you need more money or more clients because you work on these. It's like, I don't care. You're talking to two guys that could care less about vehicles. We've worked on some of the best cars and most expensive cars in the world. Like, you're not going to impress us. And secondly, it's like, a car is a car. Like, we're in this business for the business.
They all make my back hurt the same.
That's right. That's right. As a matter of fact, some of them exotics, you hurt a little bit more.
I got to be laying down doing some
So yeah, there's
Viper chair, baby.
Viper. Holla at your boys, Viper. We like you, man. We got a little taste of the Viper.
I mean, chair. I have a Viper car, I get a Viper chair.
Yeah.
Man, let's end this thing, man.
All
right,
right, well,
thanks for tuning in.
Yeah,
put it in the comments if you guys got any leadership problems. I would like to hear. Don't be trying to sneak in some free consultation in the comments, man.
We keep it out of quick yes or no. But we have the consulting line also if you guys are interested. It's helped a lot of people. That one, people always ask, well, what's the consulting line about? You call us up, we schedule a time, a date, and you come with your problem, and we give you the direct. This is like a quick details line. It's a hotline. Like, yo, man, I got this problem. I just need the answer right now, and I'm willing to pay for it. So
call me Pretty Ricky. A hotline, baby.
So if you need that, if you need a solution right there, hit us up on that line, and we'll take care of you. So save yourself a whole lot of headaches. But we'll catch you guys on the next one.